Alright, we're back. We're going to do another review. This is the latest offering from Alexandra Keith here in Nova Scotia. This is their Ambrosia Blonde, and it's one of their Brewmasters limited edition. You might recall we've already done, well, I've already done the Tartan Ale, and before that the Harvest Ale, which I believe may have been repackaged as Keith's Brown or something like that in the United States, where they have those weird ones they apparently only sell in the United States.
Ale or
yeah, whatever the hell they're going on about. Let's see, it says our Brewmaster's latest limited release Ambrosia Blonde is a deep golden medium bodied brew which delivers a captivating aroma and distinct flavorful taste, slightly hoppy with hints of caramel. It's aged longer for a crisp finish, perfect on those warm days. And it says, tell us what. It says, tell us what you think. Share your comments with our Brewmaster. I don't think they want to hear what I generally think about most of their stuff.
Well, they probably want to hear what Chad had to say. They got him on the camera there. And he was...
His review is still linked on the wall there in Facebook. Oh. They didn't erase it, so maybe they just didn't notice it. I don't know. 5.2% alcohol by volume.
Let's say how awesome it is. They'll give us free stuff.
I don't even know if I want free stuff from Keith.
Oh, come on.
At this point.
You're not a real Nova Scotian.
Apparently not. Apparently.
You're hating on the no-R beer.
Apparently not only a massive racist towards Mexicans, but I'm also Nova Scotia's version of Hitler.
The IPA is an IPA. That's the way IPAs are supposed to was.
I'm also Nova Scotia's version of Hitler and Stalin, all rolled up into one. With a little bit of George Bush on the side.
Yes.
They don't say whether it's an ale or not, but I'm assuming it is. Beer Advocate listed as an American Blonde Ale. So, you know, who knows? Take that for whatever it's worth.
That crazy amount of carbonation stuck to the side of the glass.
Yeah, it's about the same color as regular Keith's, a bit darker, I guess.
More like, seems to be darker, but
yeah, but it's got
golden kind of.
Yeah, it's more golden.
More sort of ambery golden kind of.
Yeah.
Darker.
Nice little head on there.
It's got lots of carbonation going on.
Yeah.
The head is. Well, I don't think the head's gonna last, but.
Well, let's do the aroma there.
It smells bready.
It smells like
sweet grain.
Yeah, it smells
malty.
like well, sort of like Keith's IPA, but it's breadier and it's sweeter. It's got a grassy sweetness.
That reminds me of that stock ale or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, it's not as malty. It's sort of kind of. I don't know.
But apparently this is an all malt brew, though. It's not like an adjunct.
What did it say? Something about caramel kind of malts or something?
Caramel smell or something like that.
And so caramel, yeah.
I sort of get that.
Yeah, I can. I think it goes away when you first sniff it the first time. It's fairly strong, and then it's sort of like, where does it go? It kind of goes away or something.
It does fade a bit after the initial whiff there.
Slightly hoppy. I don't really. Maybe a tiny little bit of hops.
A little bit.
Very little.
But yeah, it smells okay. It definitely. Yeah. It smells better than the regular IPA and the red and.
Improvement, I guess.
So yeah, we'll go right into the taste here.
Yeah, kind of sweet starting out, and then.
Big dryness though at the end. Like,
yeah, it dries out.
Definitely is more hops to this one.
I'm not really detecting any bitterness from it, but it's,
no, it's just.
I think they just put enough hops just to match the malt kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show how little hops they have in a lot of their other beers.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of hops there.
Because it's definitely got to be the hops at the end drying it out. Yeah. Like it's definitely a lot drier than in any of their other beers.
And that goes away.
Yeah, hardly the opening sort of malt sweetness or whatever is just like hardly there at all. It appears and disappears really quick, and it just rolls right over into this big dryness.
Seems like a more like subdued version of that. What was the other one they had that was right sweet and caramelly?
What, the tartan ale?
Yeah. Kind of like that, where they watered it down or something.
Oh.
One of those was too sweet. I found it kind of gross.
little bit of caramel sweetness at the front, like we were saying. Still pretty...
There's a little bit of bready kind of...
yeah, bready and really dry. Still pretty one-dimensional. Actually, I don't think the drinkability on this is all that high.
No, but it's not like it's gonna... Like, it's not sweet enough it's gonna get gross. You know, some beers that are a bit too sweet, when you drink them about, they make you want to vomit.
This one's really dry. I can see where they're going for that crisp.
Yeah, so you could drink quite a few.
I suppose, on a really hot day, yeah. But
so it says long for aged, like for a long...
Has a bit more of a...
Perfect on warm days. Here we go. There's another lawnmower beer.
it's got a bit of a thicker mouthfeel than their IPA.
Well, yeah, that sweet sort of something at the front feels kind of a little heavier, a little more, and then it dries out. Yeah, it does taste like it's a bit heavier than a, you know, like their IPA, obviously.
It's not bad. I don't know if I'd necessarily pick it up again, though. It's that dryness is really building up. It's a bit too much.
It's like $3.09 or something for a can of that.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that.
And there's cheaper. You can get one of those European ones for like $2 something or whatever.
Yeah, I think I'd just rather buy Mill Street Stock Ale 6-pack.
Well, yeah, because doesn't have any of that caramelly kind of sweetness. It's all nice.
Well, it's better balanced than this.
Yeah.
That dryness is really taking over to the point where I'm not really liking this all that much. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable or whatever.
It's not offensive. Actually, it's halfway decent, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's not as good as their Tartan Ale.
Actually, I like it better than the other ones.
It's not as good as the Tartan Ale, but it's better than the Harvest Ale. You know, even that being said, I think I gave the Harvest Ale like a 3 out of 5 or something. I'm only going to give this 2.5 out of 5. I can't really well, it's a recommendation, but I can't give it like anything but the base minimum recommendation.
I give it a 3, because I like it. Actually, it's more drinkable than the other two. That they have. It's way better than the dark, and maybe the only one that might be better than this is the white.
Yeah, the white's definitely better than this.
This is better than the tartan, or the... What the hell was the other one?
Well, I like the tartan better than this.
What was the other one?
Harvest Ale.
Yeah, I didn't like the Harvest Ale. That was kind of gross.
Yeah, yeah, so I'm saying 2.5 out of 5. There's a pretty major balance issue with this beer, I find, for me anyway, that I just can't get into it that heavy. But Scott likes it a bit more than I do.
But Keith's, I think, is geared towards people that don't want overpowering taste.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But it is kind of, it is not the greatest. The sweetness and the dryness eventually kind of combine to a kind of a gross taste after a while. If I drank more than one, I probably wouldn't like it too much.
Basically, I'm expecting better after the Harvest Ale and the Tartan Ale were both decent. This is a little bit below decent, so... It's
not going to be around, though, is it? Yeah, limited.
Yeah, limited. It's not going to be around for too long.
It doesn't matter if it sucks or not, it's not going to be around.
Yeah, who knows at this point whether they're going to bring back any of their previous Brewmaster releases or whatever.
Make a real IPA, Keith.
I think I think it's far too late to do that. They'd have to call it like an Imperial IPA, and just to make a regular strength one at this point, just to get away with it, I think.
Probably just take regular Keith and make it like 7%. Here you go.
Yeah. No. At this point, Alexander Keith just kind of depresses me more than they impress me. So, yeah, so 2.5 out of 5 for me, 3 out of 5 for Scott. That's Alexander Keith's Ambrosia Blonde. And we'll be back again here sometime shortly.